Okay. So, like I said, we are going to learn about life cycles of animals. So the young resembles the adults. Basically, this one means that the young of the animal actually looks like the adults. Okay. So some of those, Rudru, can you please avoid annotating it, because the reason is because when you annotate, right, it will not be saved. Okay, only through my annotation will it be saved. Yeah. Okay, so over here we have young resemble the adult. Okay, so over here, let's see. Okay, means that the resembles means it looks like the adult. Okay, so it's like a classification chart, right? So looks like the adult, we also can separate into 2 stages versus 3 stages. So animals that have 2 stages of life are, for example, man, dog, right? Cat and dog, pig, cow, lion. Okay, basically for men, we think of just child and adult, right? There are 2 stages, whether you're a child or you're an adult. These are the 2 main stages. But of course, when it comes to yes, Ruju.
But I thought there were more than 2 stages.
That's what I was about to address. Very good point, Ruju. Actually, a lot of times we would think that there are more stages. Like, for example,
You start with an egg.
infant, yes, of course, you have your egg and then your fetus, right? When it's unborn, it's a fetus. Then when it's born, it's an infant. Then slowly it moves on to toddler,
Baby.
child. Yeah, a child. Toddler, infant is baby. Then toddler is 3 to 4 years old. A child, then a teenager, then adult,
Elderly.
then elderly. Yes.
Elderly.
Yeah. I mean, these are the terms, but generally, the general terms are these 2, child and adult. Okay. So in this case, a man, a pig, a cow. Okay, the young of a cow is a calf. The young of a lion is a cub. The young of a pig is a piglet, right? The young of a dog is a puppy. And the young of a cat is a kitten. Okay, so these are 2 stages. Then the ones that you will most likely be tested on would be the 3 stages one. Okay, the 3 stages one, like for example, the hen, okay, it has the egg stage. Then what's after the egg?
Chick.
Yeah, I mean, I can't draw very well.
But it looks nice.
Thank you. And obviously, I can't draw a chicken. So, okay, that's a hen, basically. A chicken is when it's used for cooking. Then we call it a chicken. If not, we call it a hen. A hen is for the female, a rooster is for the male. Okay? So this is a 3-stage life cycle whereby the young actually looks a little bit like the adult, right? The hen and the chick, at least there are some resemblance.
Oh.
Not exactly the same, but they do have that shape, like this shape, okay, generally, right? Okay, same thing for the duck and the duckling. Okay, the cockroach and the cockroach nymph. Have you seen before a young of a cockroach?
No.
Okay, let me show you, huh?
Oh, I don't want to see.
You don't want to see? You don't like it?
Yeah, I'm disgusted by cockroaches.
Okay, if you feel uncomfortable, you can don't see, okay? I'm just gonna quickly show you, but if after all, you might still see it in exams, they might still draw it.
Okay.
So these are the cockroach names. Do you just realize that actually the young of the cockroach really does look a lot like, I mean, in terms of the shape, like, at least it's not much difference. It still relatively resembles the adult. Okay, that's why it's a 3-stage life cycle, because, okay, cockroach is actually the cockroach egg. Oops, sorry. The cockroach egg, then the nymph. Okay, maybe I'll just draw it here, more space. The egg. Okay, and then the nymph, the cockroach nymph, and then the adult. So it's generally a 3-stage life cycle, same as dragonfly. Dragonfly also the same. So it has your egg, your dragonfly nymphs, and then your adult dragonfly.
Can we see?
Okay, let me show you a dragonfly nymph, yeah?
Don't see anything.
Yeah, hold on, I'm just pulling it up. Yeah, this is a dragonfly nymph.
Oh.
Yeah. So more or less, it still have a certain feature of the dragonfly. Okay, so it resembles the adult, means more or less it still looks a little bit like the adult. Okay, same thing for crocodile. Have you seen the young of a crocodile?
No, 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 no.
Actually, basically, it looks similar to the adult crocodile. You know how the adult crocodile looks like, right? No? You've never seen a crocodile before? Not in the Singapore Zoo. Actually, they have crocodiles in Singapore Zoo. Yeah, so this is the young of a crocodile. Basically, it looks almost exactly like the adult. So that's what it means by resembles the adults. Okay, and then spider as well. Yeah, so the things that do not resemble the adult are the housefly. Okay, have you seen before maggots? No?
Yeah.
You know those maggots, the white worms that you find sometimes in your sink and your sponges. I mean, if you didn't change your sponge often, okay, you might see maggots in them. So the life cycle of housefly.
Maggots also come in very old books.
Mhm. Oh, sorry.
Apple.
We'll talk about apple later. Okay, let's talk about this first. Okay, so if you see the life cycle of a housefly, right, it doesn't really look like that. You see the egg stage, obviously it doesn't. Then the larval stage, these are the 3 larval stage, and then the pupa stage. Okay, so actually it doesn't just have 4 stages, but for primary school, you just need to learn that there are 4 stages: the egg, the larva, the pupa, and the adult stage. Okay, so this is it. Yeah. Okay. Okay, then of course you have your cockroach. No, sorry, your mosquito. You know mosquito when there's like brochure on dengue fever, right? Have you seen before?
Yeah.
They will have brochure to inform you. Okay, you need to be careful and pour away all the stagnant water. Why do you need to pour away the stagnant water?
They will stop breeding there.
Why?
Because mosquito need moist surface.
Yeah, because the mosquito lay their eggs
Moist surface.
in water, yes. And when it grows into the larva and the pupa, the larva and pupa actually lives in water. Okay, so maybe I'll just show you a life cycle of a mosquito. Right, yeah, this is it. Okay, so the eggs are here on the surface of the water. This is the larva, which is the wriggler. This is the pupa, okay? And lastly, this is the adult mosquito. That's why they say it's very important to pour away the stagnant water, because that is where the eggs can be laid and they will develop slowly into the adult. When it's at the adult stage, it's very hard to catch the mosquitoes, right? Right, because they're flying around, it's very hard to catch them, but it's easier to get rid of them when they are in water. So that's why they keep reminding you to pour away the stagnant water. Okay.
Block cancer.
What is it? Sorry?
Block cancer.
Yeah, I mean, yes, that's part of the reason why also. Okay, so there. Okay, and butterfly. I think butterfly. Have you read the book The Very Hungry Caterpillar before?
Yeah.
Yeah, when you were in kindergarten, you probably read the book before, right? Eventually, the very hungry caterpillar became a butterfly. So actually, the butterfly has 4-stage life cycle: egg, larva, pupa, right? The butterfly pupa, which is a cocoon. Then eventually it becomes a butterfly. So if you notice, the caterpillar definitely does not look like a butterfly. That's why it does not resemble the adult. Okay, we have moth. Moth is quite similar to butterfly as well. Mealworm, beetle. Maybe when you're doing this chapter, your school teacher might ask you to bring home a mealworm. Okay, and that is for your experiment, right? When you have mealworm, you will observe how it turns. You have to feed the mealworm, otherwise it will die, okay? So you will have to then observe whether or not the mealworm will develop into a beetle. Okay, so and after all, the last one will be a beetle. Yeah. Okay, now we had enough of talking about animal life cycles. Now we are going to touch on plant life cycle. Generally, the plant turns from a seed to a young plant to a mature plant, then eventually it will have flower and it will have fruits. Okay, but at primary school level, you just need to know that it turns from a seed to a seedling. Okay, these are the stages that you need to know, yeah? You just need to know from a seed, it becomes a seedling. Okay, this one you don't need to know, seedlings with leaf. Okay, then it becomes a young plant, then into a adult plant. So basically for primary school, seed, seedling, actually a seedling and adult. So for plant cycles at primary school level, you just need to know 3 stages, from seed to seedling and then to adult plant. Okay, so now we are going to just summarize it. The 3 things that are needed for the seedling to grow. You have eaten seeds before? Have you eaten sunflower seeds before?
I've eaten watermelon seeds.
Oh, watermelon seeds, yeah. You know that if we were to grow the seed, it might turn into a plant. But if we eat it, of course, it's digested already, right? So if we were to put a seed in the soil, we need to give them these 3 things: air, water, and warmth. Okay, now by air, we are referring to oxygen. So if you put them together, WOW, we call it the wow factor. Okay, so what are the factors that are needed? These are the factors. Okay, these 3 are the factors needed for germination. Okay, so the wow factors are your water, W for water, O for oxygen, and W for warmth. Wow. W-O-W. Wow. Okay. Water, oxygen, and warmth. These are the 3 factors needed for germination. That means for the seed to grow into a young plant. Right? So where does the seed get its food from? It gets its food from the stored food in the seed leaves. This is very important. It takes stored food from the seed leaves. Okay, so actually the plant has seed leaves, which provides it with food and nutrients. Okay, then the seedling will take its own leaves, so it can make food. It can make its own food, right? So seedling has its own leaves, because if you see, the seedling has grown leaves already. It's over here. See, these are what we call the true leaves. Okay, but when it is a seed, when it's growing from seed to this stage, there's no leaves. So if it have no true leaves, what does it? Okay, it has no true leaves. So what does it depend on? It actually depends on its seed leaves for food. The seed leaves will store some nutrients for food. Rudra, you want to ask a question?